So like we were talking about inside, I know you have a daughter that's 8 years old and a son that's 14, and I know they're involved in sports like you told me. I know that you're going to be towing a boat. You think it's going to be somewhere around 7,500 pounds. So and you're trying to be at a pretty decent payment. You've got some equity in your trade now. So what I've got here, this is a 2020 STX model. It's the XL with some added features. A couple ways you can tell it in the XL, the STX options is your bumpers are painted to match. You're going to have a 20-inch wheel, a little nicer tire. It's going to give you a little ride. I know you said the ride was important to you. Getting the family was also important to you. Also, when we get to the interior, I'm going to show you some of the features on the exterior, but on the interior, you're going to have the bigger screen that you like. You said you're going to be backing that boat in the water. You wanted to be able to see when you're backing it in. So I know that was important to you. Some of the things that we talked about inside, and I was telling you in Ford. So the Ford's best in class in towing, and this is the truck that will do it. This one's got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. This particular truck will tow up to 12,500 pounds. It also best in class payload. You understand what the payload is? Okay, so as you're shopping for boats or as you're shopping for different travel trailers, depending on what the tongue weight is or the gear that you're going to be putting in it, that's going to determine your payload. Payload is everything that's going in the truck, in the bed. So Ford being the best in class payload, you can actually put up to 3,270 pounds of payload in this truck. Couple that with a fully boxed frame that Ford's known for, and you look here. Now this is going to be specific to Ford. You see where you can see all the way through that frame? That's fully boxed cross members, which your other competitors aren't going to have. Okay. That's going to strengthen up your rigidity, and that's what gives you that 3,270 pounds of payload that you require to do the things that you and your family are going to be doing. The nice thing about this one is you got your spray and bed liner. I know you're going to be throwing all that sports apparel and all the stuff with the kids. This hoses right out. You're out on the boat, you're with the family, you're at the ball field, you're throwing the cleats and stuff in the back of this thing. Spray it right out, cleans up real nice and easy. Just real nice to have. Have you ever had one that had the spray and liner?
No, sir.
Oh, you're gonna love it. I'm excited for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm real excited for you. So you come back here to the tailgate. Like I was telling you, on this STX, you're gonna have the painted to match bumper, which cleans it up, makes it look real nice. You're gonna have the light that lights up when you're lighting up coming back to your trailer. If it's starting to get dusk or nighttime, lights up in the back. When you do lock it up, if you do put a tonneau cover on this thing, it locks the bed as well. That's real important, especially some of that sports equipment or some of the stuff for the boat, fishing poles, stuff like that. It's pretty expensive. You get off the water, you guys are hungry, you want to stop and eat somewhere, if you have a tonneau cover, you lock the door, you hear it locking in here. So that's real nice. You go to pull that handle, it's locked up, your gear is locked up real nice and tight. Got your backup camera here, the signature Ford oval that we've all come to know and love. The reason that's important is this is the #1 truck on the market. 43 years of the top selling truck on the market. Ford sells more F-Series trucks, almost better than the nearest two competitors combined. That means a lot. You know, they've been doing this for a while. They know how to build a truck. So depending on the boat you get, or if you get a travel trailer or something of sorts to travel with the family, you got both your 7-prong and your 4-prong. Hitch here, you got your backup sensors, backup camera, your side mirrors with a blind spot. The only thing you don't have is excuses if you back into something. With all that stuff, the radar and everything else telling you where things are, yeah, you'll be able to back up this real easy. And I got one other little secret I'll show you about backing up when we get to the inside of the cab. Let's keep walking around the front here. Like I said, on the STX, you are going to get the nicer wheel, 20-inch rim, nice tire. You'll like that. It's great from the appearance. Your badging, F-150 badging, and then there's your STX logo. You can look at that front. It's painted to match bumper. You would never know that this is the more affordable option with a nicer wheel, those color match. I mean, you would think that this is a platinum King Ranch. You know, so they do an amazing job. Real clean grill on the front. You got your tow hooks if you need them. But this is where it gets real impressive. Ford's the only one with the EcoBoost. This is the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. This motor here produces 370 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow.
Do you know the difference between your torque and your horsepower?
No, I don't.
Okay, so everybody thinks horsepower, and horsepower is great. You know, you're sitting around the barbecue grill with your buddies talking about horsepower. But really, when you're towing and you're going to the boat ramp with your new big boat, or you're towing a travel trailer through the mountains with your family, it all comes down to torque. Torque is your muscle. Torque is what's going to pull your load, get it moving, and keep it moving down the road. So this one, like I said, class leading 475 foot-pounds of torque. I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering, well, producing all that torque, all that muscle, I'm probably eating a whole lot of gas. Come over here. It's also class leading in fuel economy. Your fuel economy on this one, 22 on the highway, 16 in the city, an average of 18.
Wow.
Any of your competitors that are even close to even towing close that amount, which they can't, their fuel economy is going to be much less, and a lot of times they need to use premium fuel. This is flex fuel ready, only requires 87.
Wow.
Once you get inside, and I'll go over to the other side and I'll show you a couple more features. Well, the first thing when we were talking, you were talking about you have the boy and the girl, the wife, and you're going to be traveling around. They're also meeting friends. Well, a lot of the competitors don't offer that 6th seat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now you can fit 6 passengers. So if you're traveling, you can fit one of your daughter's friends, one of your son's friends, and still fit the whole family in here. So I know that was real important to you. You said to me that you wanted to be able to take the family and possibly a couple other people. Well, you're still able to do everything that you wanted to do and still fit some friends for the kids. You'll notice on this one, it has a nicer vinyl floor. So with kids, you know, they like to make a mess, juice boxes, everything else, getting in and out with cleats. You can vacuum this right out, always stay nice and new. You have an extra storage down here that's lockable. If you have a firearm that you can place. All right, I know you've probably been waiting. I told you I had another secret about backing up and making it easy. We talked about the sensors. We talked about a lot of things. Well, this one's got something called Pro Trailer Backup Assist. And are you familiar with that?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay. So it's exclusive to Ford and Ford only. And you'll see this button down here. And what you do, and you can turn it on there, the on light will come on. It does take some initial setup. It's pretty easy. What you'll do is you'll measure from the end of your trailer to the tongue of your trailer and the widest point of your trailer. You put those adjustments in there and you'll name it. You'll name it like, 23-foot boat or whatever. You might have a travel trailer. And from there, it recognizes that trailer. Now when you're backing up, you don't touch the steering wheel. You literally put your foot on the brake, turn on your Pro Trailer Assist. A list of your trailers will come up. Obviously, we don't have any programmed, so a list of your trailers will come up. From there, you select the trailer that you want, put it into gear, release your foot from the brake, and you can literally turn this either way. It will give you a camera view. It will also show you a speedometer of where you're turning, so you can literally line this trailer within inches on either side of the cones. So, being that you had told me you've never towed before, this is going to make you look like a pro right out of the box.
Nice.
Pretty simple. Tape measure, a couple measurements, input it, and then you're off to the races. So very easy. You'll absolutely love that. Like I said, we talked about a boat, maybe a travel trailer down the road. You do have your brake controller that's already integrated. You put the gain, the minus, the positive, depending on how you want to adjust your brakes, all set up right here. Now you noticed on the back there was a sticker that said FX4.
Yes.
Now some of the things that you get with that FX4 package, skid plates and stuff for off-roading, and I know you said that wasn't important to you, but one thing that may be important to you because you had a travel trailer possibly down the road was hill descent control comes standard on your FX4 package, and you get extra absorbers on your shocks, which are going to give you a little bit smoother ride if you are hitting bumps, if you're going through the mountains and stuff like that. With the hill descent control, with the brake control, you could set a speed and it will automatically keep your vehicle while you're going down the mountain or going down any declines. Like I live in Brooksville, and through some of those roads back there, even with a boat, there's some declines and curves. That will keep your speed at that speed so that you don't increase speed going down the mountain.
Yeah.
So nice feature to have. Probably not going to utilize it all the time, but it's a real nice feature to have. Like I said before, with the STX package, you're going to get that nice big screen. And I'm going to go ahead and jump in now just so I can show you the screen. Put it in reverse. There's your lines. You can see your adjustment as I turn. You can also see the sensors where there's things as he walks by back there. These are all the other safety features that Ford puts in for you. That's also how they integrate that trailer backup assist. So you'll have a similar line like that. It'll be lower on the screen and it will show you how to direct that trailer. And as you turn this, it automatically turns the wheel for you. Any questions for me so far? I know a lot of this, we've gone over a lot.
No, everything, you've done a good job explaining it.
Anything that I know that we went over, the kids, the sports, the towing, I know a lot of that stuff was real important to you, and it had to check off the boxes with your wife. Anything that maybe I didn't explain well enough for you that I can do a little bit better job as I keep on describing this truck?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Next thing I wanted to, you have your phone on you?
I do.
Let's go ahead and pair up your phone and I can show you any of these bigger screens like this with a Sync 3 system that Ford has. If you are going to be traveling with a family, maybe you're going to different boat ramps, maybe you're utilizing different areas in Florida. I know this is an XL model and I know it has the STX package which looks real nice, but the other thing that this one will have is it will have your app connects. Like I see you have an Apple phone, so like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, where you can literally take, have you ever used like Google Maps or anything like that?
Yeah, that's what I usually use.
Well, the nice thing about this is it integrates with your phone. It's as simple as downloading an app, connecting to the truck, and it will literally post that same map that you typically see on your phone. It will post up here. It will also let you use your voice controls here. You can hold it down and speak to Google like you normally would. And as easy as saying, navigate me to Fort DeSoto boat ramp. Google will come up, it will pop up, and it will ask you if you want to start navigation. You say start navigation and you're off again with the family. Very easy, it's very safe. You don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel, anything like that. It integrates seamlessly. Bluetooth, all your phone settings, everything on the Ford is extremely easy. You have a home button out up here. We all know what home is. That's your main screen. That's where you feel the most comfortable. This one has the compass, but like I said, you do have the integration, your phone here and your audio here. You can also, if you like Sirius, you can get the Sirius app that you can utilize through your phone. Makes it real easy. The other thing with that FX4 package, as we were talking about some of the FX4 features, is you do have the locking differentials. So if you are on a slippery boat ramp and you want to lock the differentials in, it will also give you that locking differential. Do you know what a locking differential is?
I don't.
So rather than your wheels spinning at different speeds, and which may allow you to slide sideways on a boat ramp or in a certain, this will lock in your wheels so that they spin at the same time, so that they're pulling up that ramp at the same time, and it will give you a little more traction. It's as easy as just pulling the knob out. Now your locking differentials are engaged. It will show you up here on the screen, and then you can shift through your shift patterns. If you're in four-wheel drive high, that's going to be more like when you're on the open road, if there's weather conditions, like if you're in snow or sleet or something like that, maybe black ice. If you're somewhere that you're stuck, or maybe a boat ramp that you're pulling up, you're going to want to put this in neutral, put your foot on the brake, turn it to four-wheel drive low, and it will lock your four-wheel drive low in. That will put you in lower gear and give you more pulling power to get you up off that slippery boat ramp. I know just recently we had a guy that didn't put it in properly over here, didn't lock in his differentials, and ended up pulling his truck right into the water. So like I said, it's as easy as pulling this knob out. All your Fords are going to come standard with automatic headlights, so they'll come on during the day. It's part of the safety package. As you can see on the window, Ford is also an IIHS top safety pick. It's very, 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 very important to Ford. That's also how they've been the #1 selling truck on the market for over 43 years now. So, anything else? Did I lose you on anything? Is there anything I can go over a little bit more with you?
Can I play like apps through that? Can I play My Music? I noticed it doesn't have a CD player.
Excellent question. I'm so glad that you asked that. You know, in this digital era that we live in, they have done away with your CD players. You can, if you do still have your CDs, you can load all your music onto those little memory sticks. You can actually pick and select which songs you listen to and which songs you don't. Load them all on that app. They'll all on that memory stick. They'll load all the information for the song as well. When you do that through the CD, so who the artist is, what the song name is, and then you can plug it in right down here. You'll see the spots where you can, USB ports where you can put the memory sticks right in there, and you can listen to your music right through there. You can pick through your CDs. You can also, like I was telling you, Sirius through the app on your phone. You can listen to Google Music and some of your other apps through the Apple CarPlay. Or Android Auto if you have Android. There's a multitude of different ways. You can Bluetooth it directly to the radio. So if you have Amazon or you have songs that are downloaded on your phone, you can play them right through the radio. Sometimes when I'm traveling and we're going up to Tennessee or something, my wife will be watching a movie on her phone, and she'll link it up and she can listen to it through the Bluetooth, you know. But that was a great question. And like I said, we pair up, you hit add a phone, begin searching, you go to your Bluetooth, and it links up just like that. As far as your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, it's as easy as downloading the app. You plug it in, it will initialize and ask you a few simple questions, like if you want to pull your contacts over, if you'd like to set this as your main phone, simple questions like that. You can answer yes or no, and then once you complete it, we'll say complete and you're ready to go as far as that. Now, we'll use some of your data service, but most of us have more than enough service. I know I'm on unlimited, and you know, most of us have more than enough service. But if you don't, it's also built in where you have Wi-Fi in the truck. And for approximately, I mean, they'll give you initial trial so you can try it. You can hook up to 6 devices, up to 50 feet within the truck. You can utilize it. So even if you're on a job site, I'm not sure exactly what you do, but if you are somewhere, maybe you're tailgating at one of your son's games somewhere that they don't have service on your phone, or you need to do some work in between the games. I know a buddy of mine has soccer tournaments, and they do these tournaments all day long, and sometimes he's got to get some work in between. Well, for about $20 a month, you can get unlimited service. It is through AT&T, and it is a great features. Like I said, you can hook up to 6 devices, and even if you don't have that on your phone, you have those capabilities that are built into the truck. So it's just absolutely amazing what they've done with these vehicles. So we've hit the towing. I know that was important to you. We hit the extra room for the kids. We hit the payload, which you didn't even know was important, but getting a boat, getting a travel trailer, traveling with it, that's important. The Pro Backup Assist, the technology that you'd like to have. Something that my wife likes, and you'll notice a lot of in these trucks, is cup holders. You have cup holders all over. You have 2 here, you have a couple on either side of your door for extra water bottles, you have a couple back here, a couple in the doors. You have cup holders everywhere, and I know that seems to become more and more important, but it's crazy to me when my wife opens a new vehicle that I'm thinking about getting, and she's always like, well, how many cup holders do we have? But that's real important to you. You see, you have your nice little storage. I see right away you defaulted. You have your phone right here. It's really easy access. You have your power, different power ports all throughout here, some in the back. So I'm glad to see you're using that, and that works well for you. You have extra skid plates up here if you want to throw your glasses up here. It's rubber lined, real large glove box there. You have no hump in the back. So if you put those seats up, there's absolutely no hump. And that's because of the boron steel that they use to make the bed of this cab. Very, very high strength. That's what gives Ford its rigidity. And when you're driving, you'll feel that. Anything else that I can go over with you? I mean, we went over towing, cup holders, hill descent, backup control. I think we went over a lot more. Is there anything that you don't like about this truck?
No, it seems like it'll do everything I needed to do.
Okay. Other than a quick little test drive to see if it fits your needs and put it, you know, I'm sure you're excited to see what that 3.5 liter with the 475 horsepower can do, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's take it for a quick drive, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
All right, very good, very good. All right, real quick, Bruce, we have a couple questions for you now. This is the question and answer series of the walk around. Terrific job. First question, Matt, when have you got a walk around training like you just got right now? When has Bruce showed you this walk around training like he just gave you?
About 2 weeks ago, last week. We did a walk
First
around.
time?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Scott.
Good deal. So Bruce, and what we're doing is just kind of assessing training abilities and things like that right now. So I have a couple questions for you. Just real quickly, could you explain why money down is good for the customer?
Money down is going to put them at a better standpoint in 3 to 4 years, so they have more options available to it. It'll put them for a couple different reasons. So money down, you don't want to finance your tax tag and title. You want to make sure that you don't have any negative equity going into it or coming out of it. It will also lower your payment.
Okay. And then along the same veins, then why is a shorter term good for a customer?
Same thing. The shorter the term you go, the quicker you pay it off, the less interest you pay to the bank, and the more reasons that you'll have 2, 3, 4, 5 years whenever you do decide to trade it, or even if you don't decide to trade it, you'll pay less interest to the bank, you'll owe less.
Okay, finally, can you explain a couple of the benefits of bringing the customer in right after the greeting?
The main benefit in bring them in after the greeting is to do the guest survey to see what their wants, needs, their desire, and their budget is, to make sure that you are headed in the right direction. So like, for instance, in this walk around, I could gear my presentation to what he was looking for. Had the 2 children, was towing 7,500 pounds, wanted to be able to bring extra friends with them, a boat, which, boat ramp, 4-wheel drive, limited slip. If I didn't bring them inside and I'm out here in 95-degree weather trying to figure out a needs assessment, I'm going to get nowhere near the amount of information that I need to get in the right amount of time.
Okay, good. Excellent.